Yo, what is up guys? The Flawless Win here today, and today we have a quick match against Thunder Blunder 777. He is a great battler. I definitely suggest that you guys check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. But yeah, I'd also like to thank Zabuza of the Water for recording this for me, because I still don't have my own capture card, and it's just really nice what Zabuza is doing for the community, or Zabuza. I've heard two different pronunciations of his name. But, you know, Christmas is coming around the corner, and maybe I'll get a capture card for Christmas. Just maybe. And, by the way, I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. You know, leaving all these likes and comments on my videos just really puts me in a good mood, and every time I upload a video and people, like, leave a supportive comment, it just makes my day, so... yeah, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and yeah, let's go ahead and get on to the battle. I'm using a new team consisting of Life Orb Mienshao, Especially Defensive Rotom, Standard Ferrothorn, Scarf Delphox, Mega Garchomp with SD and Sub-Disable Gengar. Now this is one of those teams that looks good on paper, but just really isn't that good in practice. I mean, I've lost a lot more games with this team than I've won, so yeah, I don't know if I'll keep using this. I don't know, maybe it's just me that's bad and the team is fine. But I feel like if I got rid of Life Orb Mienshao and replaced that with Scarf Mienshao, and then replaced Scarf Delphox with, like, Specs or Calm Mind Delphox, it'd be a lot better. But, you know, let's just get into the battle. Now, my Mienshao can pretty much shit on his entire team. He really has nothing to switch into my Mienshao, and the only thing on his team that outspeeds it is Greninja. Now, even if he wanted to lead off with this Greninja, I could get off a good amount of damage with the Fake Out first turn. So, yeah, that's the thing. But he leads off with his Mamoswine, and just in case he is sashed, I just go for the Fake Out, followed up by High Jump Kick, and kill that thing on turn 2. So he has no Stealth Rocks. Now he brings in his Greninja and doubles out into his Bisharp. I assume he was predicting my switch into Ferrothorn because, you know, Ferrothorn really can't do anything to Bisharp, and Bisharp can, like, set up SD, go for the low kick, do whatever it wants. And I guess he didn't go, or he didn't have the U-turn, which is why he didn't go for it, and he just hard switched into his Bisharp. But I actually switch out into my Rotom instead because it is specially defensive, and I figure that he knows this since I switched into it on a Greninja, and he just goes straight for the Night Slash, predicting my Volt Switch, and that does a lot of damage to my Rotom. I mean, I know I'm specially defensive, but still, that was a surprising amount of damage, and even more surprising is the amount of damage this Sucker Punch does to my Mienshao. I mean, I know Mienshao is really frail, but that's a resisted hit. I mean, my mind was just blown at how much power that thing has. Bisharp just needs to calm down. But obviously I don't want to lose my Mienshao to this Breloom's Mach Punch, so I feel like my Ferrothorn is a good switch into this thing just because it is immune to Spore with the new 6th gen Sleep Mechanics. And also I can take I think I can take two Life Orbs Mach Punches, but it turns out this thing isn't even Life Orb, so I'm good. And I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks after taking another Mach Punch. Now, the Stealth Rocks is good because, or these Stealth Rocks are good because they break the Dragonite's multi-scale on switching, but also, now my number one check to Greninja, or number one counter to Greninja is at 39 HP, so I don't know if the rocks were worth it, because his Greninja is a big threat to my team now. And actually wanting to preserve my Ferrothorn for Death Fodder later, I switch out into my Gengar, predicting another Mach Punch, but he predicts that, goes for the Rock Tomb, and after the lowered speed, I definitely can't kill this Breloom. He's gonna knock me out with the second Rock Tomb. Or I think he went for the Spore, actually. He could have gone for the Spore or the Rock Tomb, either one. So I have to switch back out into my Ferrothorn and let it die. I can't use it as Death Fodder later, which kind of sucks, but, you know. Now I'm going to switch back out into my Gengar, go straight for the Dazzling Gleam, and knock out that Breloom. And he's going to bring in his Greninja, right? Now, I still have a Rotom that can take a hit from this Greninja, and go for the rest and get all its health back and wake up with the Chesto Berry. So I really should have just sacked my Gengar right there because I don't need it. Like, there's nothing I really need it for, especially now that his Breloom is dead. So there was really no point in saving my Gengar there. I should have just sacked my Gengar, then gone into my Rotom, lived a Dark Pulse, and gone for the rest and got all my health back. But instead, I decide to sack my Rotom, and now I have nothing for this Greninja. This Greninja can just completely destroy my team. The only thing I have is my Mienshao's Fake Out, really. So, yeah, just gonna switch into my Mienshao, try to get off damage with the Fake Out. as he brings in his Dragonite, and I'm just going to follow up that fake out with the Stone Edge, and thankfully I wasn't missing any of my moves this battle. I wasn't missing my Stone Edge or my high jump kicks, so yeah. I have a tendency to miss a lot of moves, but you know, everybody says that. So yeah, he brings his Greninja in again, and like I said, now that I let my Rotom die like that, I have nothing to switch into this, and now I sack my Gengar, when I really should have just done it earlier. So yeah, like I said, that was just a bad play, letting my Rotom switch into the Greninja instead of just sacking my Gengar. So, you know, hindsight's 20/20. Now I'm going to go back out into my Mienshao, go for the fake out. I think all he has left now is the Haxorus and the Greninja. And that fake out actually doesn't do as much as I thought it would, but it does enough to the point where after he goes for the Hydro Pump here and knocks out my Delphox, he's at a range where the Life Orb recoil will make it so that he can't switch into another. He can't switch in again because of Stealth Rocks. So yeah, like I said, after the Stealth Rock or after the Life Orb, God, I can't talk today. Sorry, it's late at night when I'm doing this narration. So yeah, after the Life Orb, he can't live another Stealth Rock switch in, so he really has no point in switching out into Haxorus there, so I'm going to be able to knock out that Greninja with Fake Out. And right here, if his Haxorus is Choice Scarfed, he can easily win the game by locking himself into Outrage, but thankfully he isn't Choice Scarfed, and I'm going to be able to clean knock him out with a high jump kick. That is the power of Mienshao. I mean, I know Haxorus isn't the bulkiest thing in the world, but still, it's not like it's frail, and it's not like that was super effective or anything. Yeah, Mienshao is just a monster.